Oh, Russian. Is it right?
These are our headphones. And the materials we choose for our project were mostly soft materials. The headband, the jello cloth, the cotton, napa, it's like a type of cotton, towel paper, and the rubber.
We use these materials because searching in web pages we found out that some materials absorb and decrease the energy and the amplitude of sound waves. Decrease. And protect us from big damage like lose our hearing forever.
How it works, sound waves come with a lot of energy and amplitude for a medium that is the air. When it passes through soft things, the energy decreases. Limitation. Our hair protection project didn't work very well because we expected because it has some limitations. The limitation that we have it was that sometimes the pillows fall down because of the resistance here, and also when we put them this doesn't cover all the ear, so diffraction makes the sound pass through everything, so we can hear it so well.
Improvements. You could see that one layer of something like cotton wasn't enough to increase the energy of the amplitude of some waves. So we put more layers of these soft materials and the energy decreased. And this is in real life. We can use this protector, for example, in the people that work in noisy places. Like a jackhammer can use this protector to protect themselves. For example, in our case, we can use these protectors to concentrate on our homework, doing it. We can use these protectors when we are doing our homework.
Very good.
So we can concentrate more.
Let's try that. Will you try them home, please?
But it didn't work so well because the system doesn't cover all the ear, so diffraction makes that sound.
Yes, such interaction.
That's it.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
Afternoon. In science class, we were asked to make some ear protectors. These ear protectors are going to make sound to be less, so that you don't hear much sound when you're working or when you're doing some homework or anything.
But what are ear protectors? Really, ear protectors are some materials look like headphones or sometimes like little things on your ear that help you a bit or reduce sound when you're working in apartments. And nowadays, people with age of 11, 12, 15 are getting deaf because of not using ear protectors and not caring well their ears.
Okay, we use these materials. In this part, we didn't cover it at all, so that we could show you the materials that were used. And first, we can see this plastic that we use plastic because this one also absorbs sound. We use this rubber ball that it drives sound away from your ears, so when sound gets here, it diffracts to another place. Okay, so we used a sponge because it's helpful to reduce sound, and we use also some foam up in here. You see this layer, and we use carpeting because, for example, when you go to the cinemas or when you go to music class, you can, if you notice, you can see that the walls are made of, have like carpet in it, and we looked about more information, and we saw that carpeting helps to absorb sound. So that's why when you're in the cinemas, you don't hear what they are saying when the other movie that is next in the next room or something. It's the same in music class.
purpose of this project was to do refraction and reflection. Why reflection? Because these materials reflect the noise coming, but some of the noise also enters from it and refracts. Why does refract? Because there is a lot of layers. At the moment that the sound enters and it refracts, the sound reduces as it goes to your ear. So for example, if there is a loud noise there and you put the ear protectors, the sound you will hear will be less than the one is outside. We could see that there is a lot of thickness in it, because we also found that the thickness do help protecting and absorbing the sound. We could see that sometimes houses are built with gray quantity of thickness, because it also helps to emit the sound or to hear sound everywhere.
Okay. For example, when the waves that come here are very similar to earthquakes. So, for example, when the wave comes, it each time reduces because it passes through different materials and through materials that absorb sound. So, for example, when there's an earthquake, you can see that the waves travel by sea, by earth, and so each time they pass to those matters, they lose energy, and they don't, for example, in Japan, they didn't got to here because they reduce as they pass through different matter.
Yes, the epicenter is always strong, and then as the waves pass through different mediums, the energy reduces.
Okay, some of our limitations were that, as you can see, they are too big, like in here. So what we will try to improve is to make this like a little smaller, and that also all the material center and absorb sound too, but to make it smaller. Okay, we will also try to look for more information and to use things like, for example, wood or some or more plastic, because those are also materials that absorb sound.
Yes, I could see here that all these materials are porous materials. The porous materials reflect the sound and absorb it by friction. So with the heat, they transmit friction and they emit the sound in here. It becomes less. And we could also see that we use some things in here and some things in here, because the headphones are too much big for the heads. So when you put it, it starts moving. So we needed something to support here. And the next time maybe we could find headphones that are easier for your head.
Yeah.
We can make some different uses for these headphones.
Right.
We can use this in concerts, or when you are sometimes in your house and you want to work in silence, so you can use them. Also, old people can use them every time, because their sound is, for example, we can hear a lot of sound, but if they hear out loud too much sound, they can become deaf, and so their ear is less protected than ours. So it will be recommended for them to use when they're in noisy places and materials.
Okay, so we conclude that ear protectors are very important for us, because our ear is something that we have to take care of, because it's too sensible, and maybe our eardrum could happen something. So this is why this is the purpose that we made these ear protectors, to make the sound not to get too loud for you and to drive sound away. So it doesn't protect everything at all, but it makes the sound energy to get low, so you don't hear much.
Yes, it blocks the most. So if you use this, you won't hear a lot of energy, a lot of sound that is coming, and you will protect and take care of your ears. As I said before, people from now of our age are getting deaf because they are not taking care of them. So if they want to hear now and on, they need to be taking care of them. Thank you.
Thank you.